This week, Mapperton has been pummeled by the remnants of Hurricane Nigel. We've even had to close the gardens to make sure nobody gets hurt. There are trees swaying everywhere. There's a real risk that some of them might come down. But while the storms rage outside, work on the chapel bathroom continues, which is a really good thing as our American guests will be arriving in a couple of weeks. Well, listen, I'm going to get out of the way because it's all happening.
Yeah.
So I've been helping out with the lighting, fixing a really fiddly chandelier, ready to be hung. Welcome to Mapperton on one of the stormiest days that I can remember. We've got the remnants of Hurricane Nigel barreling down on the country, and we're expecting 50-mile-an-hour winds today. I mean, the wind has already really got up. There are trees swaying everywhere. There's a real risk that some of them might come down, and we had the most almighty thunderstorm. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. There was lightning every couple of seconds in the night. It was extraordinary the way that it lit up the place. So incredibly dramatic. When we have storms like this, we have to think very hard about safety for visitors. And so one of the decisions that we took today was to close the gardens. It's just not safe for people to be out next to trees when they're full of leaf and we've got 50-mile-an-hour winds. You know, there's obviously the risk of them coming down. Anyway, this is quite something. I've obviously got to go around the house and check for leaks, you know, we've got to tell the public that, alas, they won't be able to visit certain parts of the gardens where we have the risk of trees. Anyway, it's about to absolutely pour, so I think I'm going to get inside and go have a warm cup of tea. I'm here in the chapel bathroom with Raymond, and today is a pretty big day, Raymond. What's going to happen? It's going to be transformed, isn't it?
Yeah, well, today we hope to second fix all the sanitary ware, the basin, that pedestal I'm fitting in over there.
So the pedestal is going over here. That's where the sink is going to be.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just move that over.
Yeah, those two, man, it's heavy.
Don't want to drop this. Right.
Those two little horns go in there.
Surely, Raymond, the lavatory is supposed to be there and the sink is supposed to be there.
No.
You sure?
Sure.
So these are all going to be plumbed in today.
Yeah.
And then you've got some boxing in.
Yeah, you've got the boxing to do. And
the remainder of that. And what about the bath, which is going to be here?
Yeah, the bath is resting out there at the moment, and we've got to prop the feet up about 32 mil.
On the bath?
Yeah.
What, to lift it up?
Yeah.
How are we going to do that?
Well, we haven't quite decided whether to make some little round pads that fit nicely underneath those claws.
So you can't really see them, because you wouldn't really want to be able to see the rays too much.
Malcolm said he didn't mind if he saw them when we sort of painted them black.
Right.
Like a circular thing or octagonal.
Yeah, a little circular black thing, maybe. Or what do you think? Do you think we should go with little circles or little squares?
We'll see how high you've got to come.
But Raymond, by the end of today, what's your prediction? What's it going to look like in here?
Well, like a bathroom, but unfortunately we won't be able to use it because we still got
the outside drainage to do.
Yeah.
So I won't be having a bath here yet.
No,
is that the answer?
Not tonight.
Okay, all right. Well, listen, I'm going to get out of the way because it's all happening.
Yeah.
Thanks, Raymond.
Okay.
So you may wonder what I'm doing with these pendants. This looks a little bit like a rather glamorous earring, but it isn't. It is in fact a piece of crystal from a chandelier, which is going into the new chapel bathroom. And I have spent much of this morning trying to piece back together all of these different sections so that they fit and can be hung onto the chandelier, which is over here. And you can see how delicate this is. There we go. And the pendant is hanging. There are some gaps. There are some pendants that are going to be lost forever. Once we've done that, we've then got to mount this up above, and we've got Lloyd, the electrician, up there at the moment. He's going to be taking this and doing that shortly. Now, you'll notice my cunning use of the rope for the clothes hanger up above the Arga, because I've spent much of this morning holding this thing up in one hand, and only just now have I realised that there's a much better way to do it. But look, this is one of the longer pendants. This should be going into there. So that is now attached, and all I've got to do is get it into this little loop at the bottom. There we go. All done. That is ready to be mounted. This has been one of the busiest weeks I can remember at Mapperton, and that's because we have our first Grand Historic Tour coming up in a couple of weeks, and it's fantastic. We've got a group of 12 guests coming over to stay at Mapperton with Julie and I for 5 nights. We're going to have so much fun. We've got some grand dinners, we've got wonderful tours. We're going to go and visit other historic houses nearby, including Athelhampton and Minton. We've got a wonderful trip to Lyme Regis to go fossil hunting. We've got some great meals planned, including a 5-course gala dinner here. We're all going to get dressed up, and then we've got another meal where Julie is going to be using recipes from the Alberta cookbook. My parents are going to be giving tours as well, and it's just going to be a wonderful occasion. Now, if you're interested in coming on a future Grand Historic Tour, then please go to grandhistorictours.com and you can find out all about it. We'd absolutely love to be able to welcome you here. So we're going to have an absolutely fabulous time. Julie and I are now busy choosing our outfits, choosing wine for the meals. We've still got lots of preparation to do, but we couldn't be more excited, and we really look forward to seeing you here one day as well. I'm up in the Ochre Room. This is the Ochre Room, isn't it?
Ochre Room, yeah.
Which is one of our guest rooms here at Mapperton, which we're getting ready for the upcoming Grand Historic Tour. And we've got various bits of touch-up. And John helps out from time to time at Mapperton with decorating, and has kindly come here today to do a bit of painting. We got quite a few little bits of touching up to do.
Yeah,
John,
there is a few areas with certain problems, you know, flakiness and where damp used to be from a leak. But
so what was the problem here, do we think?
well, obviously we had a leak from the outside.
Another leak,
and it's come down, but it's obviously been repaired.
Yeah, so it's not damp anymore.
It's not damp anymore now.
Yeah.
So it's just preparing it ready for painting. So
you're prepping this surface now to get ready for painting.
Yeah.
And I can see quite a bit of peeling paint on the floor. Yeah. Have you been filling this as well?
Yes, I have. Yeah. It's just a very, very fine filler.
Right.
In certain areas.
Right. Okay. And now it's drying and ready for painting.
Drying. Yeah. Well, it's quick drying anyway.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't take long to give it a small rub down.
Right.
And then go from that. Yeah.
All right. John, thank you very much.
No worries.
Lloyd is helping us with electrics here at Mapperton, and we've got this challenge of getting the chandelier up. And Lloyd, what are we doing? We've got to replace these.
Replacing the chains, making them a little bit longer as well because it's gone on a very high ceiling. So we're going to just drop them down a bit, up, change the chains over, hopefully. So we'll just link that one on.
So we go, oh I see. So what do we do? Do you want me to hold
if
this?
You can just hold that a second, we'll just push that one together and then we'll put the 3 new ones on before we remove any of the old ones.
Okay, and
Just grip them back to shape.
this was the only place that I could work out to hang the chandelier, because the moment you put this thing down, all of the pendants start falling out. Do you think, Lloyd, that maybe we should take it off here and I should just hold it? So I hold that.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, and I'll reshape that one.
And then once we've done that, we can, what, clip off the old chain?
We'll cut up
Is that
the old
right?
one and then I'll take it straight up and put it in situ so that it's safer. It is safer on the roofs than it is down here.
Right.
And that, we can literally hook that straight on.
Ready to be hung.
So what I'll do is I'll take the 3 together.
Okay. Do you want me to come the other side? Or?
No, that should be fine.
And you're just going to get each one onto the hooks.
Okay, I've got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll hold the ladder. Have we got it the right height? Tell us what you think.
There we go. And
That's it, isn't it?
I think the top ring is actually over time completely bent out of shape.
Right.
I mean, from down there, once it's up, you'll never see it.
Yeah.
But obviously, when we put it up from that, when I put it on exactly like our links, it kicks it out. But that looks okay to me from here.
That looks fantastic. Yeah, the bottom of the bulb sort of somewhere.
Somewhere in about this height.
Yeah, come up a little bit from that. Yeah, bottom of the bulb there, that sort of thing. Perfect.
Okay.
Wonderful. Lloyd, thank you so much. So the chapel bathroom restoration continues. We've only got a week or two before people come, but I still am confident. Julie's been away this week. I hope she's going to be pleased with progress. Obviously, the sink is in, the lavatory's in, the bath is nearly in, the chandelier on the ceiling. I think we're doing pretty well. I think we're going to get there. I think our first Grand Historic Tour guests are going to have a wonderful time, and whoever's got that bathroom, they've got the most magnificent view while they soak in the bath. What could be better?